Thank you, Mr President. Can I ask the Minister for Policy and Reform what policy is in place for public servants with regard to disclosure of interests?
Minister for Policy and Reform to reply.
Thank you very much, Mr President. The disclosure of interests in relation to public sector staff is governed by a staff guidance note entitled Conflict of Interests, approved by Council of Ministers in 2007. And this matter is also covered by the Code of Conduct for Public Servants, which states that public servants should register or declare any private interests in relation to their official duties. Both documents are available in public on the Office of Human Resources website.
Supplementary. Ms Edge.
Thank you, Mr President. Can the Minister confirm how this is monitored and where these registers are kept? As for all of our honourable members in the court, it's clearly published on a website. Can he confirm where these documents are kept, who monitors them, who ensures that they're updated on an annual basis?
Minister.
Thank you, Mr President, and I appreciate a supplementary question. Staff are required to make their line manager aware of any potential issue in which they are involved where they could have an actual or perceived conflict of interest. If unsure, they should still inform their line manager in order that it can be addressed if necessary. Further advice can be sought from the Cabinet Office or the Office of Human Resources. So the specific answer to the question is that it's a management responsibility locally.
Supplementary, Ms Sage.
Thank you, Mr President, and thank you to the Minister for that response. Bearing in mind that we're all wanting to be a transparent government, I think it's critical that we do have a register accessible to even if it's just to honourable members, and whether the Minister could agree to circulate a document to members so that when we're operating within all of our departments with our responsibilities, we're fully aware what is in place for the officers.
Minister.
So it's a self-declaration and it's a locally managed process, and the consequences of a lack of declaration are covered inside the disciplinary process, and that's well documented. So I think it seems to me at first sight overkill to circulate that information. Obviously the Nolan principles are vital in all of this. Obviously making sure that private interests don't conflict with the public interest is paramount in all of this, and I will undertake to further consider whether or not the 2007 guidance in any way needs to be updated or reviewed. But at first sight, this seems quite a substantial response to an issue that might not quite be so substantial.
Mr Rashford, supplementary.
Thank you, Mr President. Would the Minister agree with me that the documents are available on the main page of the OHR website under under the HR policies and procedures, so are readily accessible, so no one should not know about their responsibilities? But would the Minister also agree with me that it is a management issue for the management across the civil service in relation to whether people comply with the code? It shouldn't be for us as politicians to be trying to do day-to-day management issues within our departments.
Minister.
Thank you, Mr President. Yes, I fully agree.